Well,
Yeah,
howdy,
dude, of course.
partners. Welcome to the
Got it
Pine
on lock.
Box.
Let's do it.
Bam Bam Baklava! Here we are with episode 10 of the Pine Box, bro. It's been a long fucking time coming. We have a very special few guests here on the Pine Box today. We have Stevie and Bryan from the band Cardinal Sins. Welcome, guys.
Hello,
What's
hello,
up?
hello.
You fucking beautiful fuckers.
Thank you.
It's an honor.
Yeah. Honestly, like, to be perfectly honest with you guys, when I started the Pine Box and I was like thinking of bands I wanted to feature on it and shit, you were like one of the first bands that I wanted to hit up. Because like, you guys were playing shows and shit, and I was like, you guys have a cool like. Would you guys describe yourselves like as metalcore or?
No clue.
Honestly, yeah, that's our biggest
like,
flaw. We don't know what the fuck.
Like
we
we
are.
ask everyone, like, "Hey, what do you think we are?" They're like, "Oh yeah, like what do you guys consider your genre?" I'm like, "Music."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Music. I don't know.
Well, it always it's music, but fucking. It's like metalcore, but it's super like you can definitely tell there's like hardcore punk influences and like it blends in a way that it sets you guys apart a lot. And I was catching on to that, and especially when the EP came out, I was like, I gotta get these fucking guys on.
Yeah.
You know, like it's really awesome to have you guys here.
Nah, yeah, we're big fans. But yeah, like a big thing about our sound, we're just like so everywhere. The five of us are all so different. We like different types of music. We fight all the time.
Like
we actually hate each other.
we hate each other so
We
much.
hate each other so much, but
Can't do it anymore.
I can't do this.
Can't do it anymore.
No, that's like that's the whole goal of our band is to like we don't want to sound like we want to have like our own sound. Like if we want to write a pop punk song, we're gonna write a pop punk song. If we want to write whatever, like any genre, if we want to write a really hard metal song, we're gonna write a metal song. If we want to write reggae, I don't care. Like any genre, like
reggae.
definitely
we're going reggae.
like we
Go
don't care.
reggae
Like we
on
want to
the
be
CP.
able to like we want to be able to like just play with any band, and we want to be able to like. We want like everyone from different types of music genres to like kinda listen to us.
Yeah, we like
Vary
playing.
the
We
set
like
and
playing. Like
stuff.
we've done a punk show before, like with multiple punk bands. We've done like the indie type shows. We're playing an indie show kind of next week at the Queen Bean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're big fans of the music scene and the bands around us. And
No, it definitely shows in your guys' sound, like each of your guys' influences and how they're kind of coming together. It's sort of, you can definitely tell there's like some indie like type influences in some songs too. It's not just like all super like
Steven.
That's
not
me.
all super heavy, but it definitely like
I never expected to like even be in a type of band that Cardinal Sins is. I always thought I was gonna be like an acoustic, like indie,
Really?
That's what I wanted to do at first.
softcore,
Like I wanted to like when I first started playing guitar, I only played acoustic. I was like, I want to do like Dashboard Confessional, kind of like Spill Canvas, like their first album. Like I wanted to do something like that, like
indie emo type stuff.
super. Yeah, like that was just what I like. Oh, I like this. Like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and then there's James. He's the old school. That's probably where we get the more metal and hardcore.
James is your vocalist, right?
No, James is the lead guitarist. He's the lead guitarist, and he does some of the riffs and stuff on the songs. Keith is the vocalist. He's the one that brings in the sad boy stuff.
Sad boy.
He's gonna hate
That's
us for
awesome.
saying that.
Do you guys fucking like? Is there bands that I like kind of you all cross over and are like, yeah, we all fucking love this?
Yeah, there's definitely bands like that.
A lot of hardcore bands.
Mostly, yeah.
The hardcore like stuff that we all listen to. Keith gets us in a lot of like punk stuff. Like now we're big on Knock Loose,
Like
and
Expire, he likes all those.
Expire.
Definitely, he's definitely a hardcore kid, but he's pretty open to most music genres and stuff. Like he'll give it a listen, so it's cool. I mean, we're also all of us are older than him. I think what's Keith 20 now? 19?
19.
So he's
Holy
19.
shit, son.
He's 19. Me and Steven are 22.
Oh my God, that's so
So's Fernando.
We're like his parents trying to get him to listen to the old music. Like when we decided to cover Linkin Park, like he did not know like the song One Step Closer.
He's like, I think I've heard it, but I don't really know it. And I was like,
he listened to it and he learned it. He did it. Yeah,
That's fucking sick.
That's our child. He's our prodigy child.
So it's like we gotta get him.
Project.
We gotta tell him like, hey man, like there's good stuff from like a couple
Come
years
on,
back.
Keith.
Like
But he finds
Keith.
he gets some good punk rock and hardcore. Like he's a big fan. Like
Dude, his vocal style is fucking nuts. He's just, the range on that dude is like, it's super like, it's aggressive, but it's also it's super heartfelt. Like you can tell there's a lot of emotion behind what he's he's screaming out.
That's the one thing about most of our songs is that if you actually listen to our lyrics, we're pretty sad with
so except for Pick It Up. I don't know what that song's about at all. I wrote that song like 5 minutes. I really did.
Those are sometimes the best ones, dude. I mean, fuck.
We needed songs. This was after our first vocalist left, and it was just me, Steven, and James. And we're like, screw it, we're gonna be 3-piece.
So I remember you guys did a show. I saw your old vocalist come and he did a song or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So what was that? Just you guys had kind of figured out that you wanted a different sound and were moving towards it, or what was the situation there?
I mean, I guess
he left originally this Cardinal Sins has a long background.
For only being a band for a year and a half, has it been that
fucking long?
It's been an interesting journey.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey.
Damn.
But no, we started off in another project called Moreover, and it was some of the original members from Sinking Season, which I was in with James, and then Tommy, and then some members from Great West End, and then we formed Moreover, and then we brought Bryan in. Bryan he was never even in a band.
Never played
before.
a band. I never played electric instruments. Nothing.
You said you're from Patterson too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're from Patterson. So then we had Moreover for a minute, and then we decided to go a whole different sound. And originally I played drums for Cardinal when we started Cardinal. Bryan played bass. And then James and Justin on guitar. And then Justin disbanded once. It was a mutual disbandment. And then then Fernando, we met Fernando. Fernando came in to hopped on drums. So then I hopped on bass. And then Justin came back for a cool minute. And then we played the New Year's show. And a little bit after that, we disbanded again. And then, somehow, majestically, 2 weeks later, I go to Togo's and I find Keith just making my sandwich. We started talking music and he's like I want to get into more stuff and singing and stuff. And I was like, dude, we got a show in 2 weeks. Our band.
Yeah, you wanna play in our band?
We were desperate. We had no clue because when Justin left, we were we had a month to get ready for a show, and we had no clue what to do. Me and Bryan never sang before, really. So.
We had mics and stuff because Justin was like, "Yeah, you guys want to sing? Screw it, let's do whatever we want." That's the whole idea of our band. It's let's just do whatever we want. If everyone wants to sing, we can sing.
Well, I get the sense that you guys fucking practice a lot. You guys have such a tight sound that it's you guys obviously are putting just a hell of a lot of work into this.
Yeah, well, that's one thing we emphasize too is the whole practicing. Repetition is key.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a lot of spare time. Me and Bryan, at least.
Well, yeah, because we practice at Steven's house, which you've been there. So it's we were able to turn that room into pretty much a band room. So it's that's where we practice. That's where we throw the shows at. Sick. So it's once we had a PA, we had all our instruments. Let's do it. Eventually, we got more nicer speakers and another head for our PA and stuff. And it's this is cool. We don't even care. We don't really practice. We practice, to practice because now we do play shows. But at first, it was I just wanted to play with people because I'd never played with anyone before. So it was it was all new to me. And I think
that's crazy. You had never during high school you weren't just playing in bands.
I didn't even play guitar until I graduated high school.
What the fuck,
Patterson is kind of.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Patterson's kind of weird when it comes to the music scene and kids that play music.
So you've been playing for 4 years then?
Yeah,
give or take
4 years, pretty much.
You're fucking really good at guitar for only playing 4 years, dude.
I feel like I'm not good enough because everything's self-taught. I still don't know anything about guitars really. James, luckily, he's he has all that knowledge because he's older than us. So it's I just ask him for anything. Hey, what are these strings? What does this mean? What kind of
do I read music?
We're the laziest musicians when it comes to.
I just go by sound completely.
100%. Do any of the members read music?
Nope.
I think maybe Keith.
Know how to fucking do it.
Keith knows how to play a few instruments.
Keith knows how to play piano and stuff. Fernando knows how to play guitar. Fernando's better than guitar than me, I think.
Fernando's a pretty good guitar player.
Yeah, he pretty much wrote Desolate.
He wrote the guitar for Desolate.
So he wrote, and then he just he handed it to us and he's go crazy. And James was all right.
That's so nuts, dude. That's crazy.
That's the cool thing about Cardinal Sins too is that we all kind of just
can play instruments, so it's
we do our part. Yeah,
we just throw in stuff
some new stuff. Sure. Keith has a new song he's writing on guitar
that we're working on. That he gave me some stupid chords. I have no clue how to play.
Some of our songs are just so complex and hard. Like, it takes us weeks to like actually like get motivated to practice them. Like, all right.
No, I feel it. Yeah. No, it sucks because it's like sometimes I'll write a riff that's like a little bit too complex for my own style. Like, but I nailed it that one time. I was like, that was sick. But and I just like teach myself how to play my own song. Like,
that's how pretty much me and Steven were like. It took him like a year to get me to come over and just jam with him.
Bryan used to hate me. We never hang out.
I didn't hate him. Jesus Christ. No, I didn't hate him.
I used to invite him over every day.
Jesus Christ, it was religious stuff. When you guys became Christian.
That's on the side. That's our side. No, I would always post like on my Instagram when I would get guitar. Like I would just play by myself, so I would always post like I learn a new song like every day. It got to the point where I was trying to learn so many songs that I'd forget them after I played them. And like I was like, I don't remember how to play that. Like, if you go on my Instagram and look at other videos, like, I'll play, like, oh, he could play this, he could play that. Like, I learned One by Metallica, like, the first half of the song.
Wonderwall.
I couldn't even tell you how to play that anymore because I was just like, oh, this sounds cool. Let me learn it real quick. And then I was like, all right, on to the next song. And then Steven would always hit me up on there, dude, you got to come and jam and check out this band I'm in. Yeah, sure, okay.
And so this was, what was it called?
I was in Sinking Season for about a year and a half until... broke off and then started doing Cardinal Sins, and then now I'm in Problem Dog as well.
Yeah. That was brutal, dude. I saw you guys the other night at the Bat Cave, dude. That was fucking sick.
Yeah,
at the alumni show.
Yeah, Problem Dog. We're trying to get time to write some new stuff going. Eric has a whole bunch of stuff ready.
That's dope.
Like getting together.
It sounds great.
Yeah, and then Cardinal Sins. We're working on new stuff. We're slowly feeding songs into the set list. Like we got 2 new ones.
Yeah, that we played at the last show for the first time. Still a little work in progress, but
we rush our songs like when it comes to shows. Like
it's kind of I don't know. It's weird.
Fuck it. It's not like anyone's heard it before.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, exactly. Dude, I love it when you sometimes fucking Keith will be like, or no, it's usually you who's like, if you haven't seen us before, like raise your fucking hand. I always have to keep my hand down because you guys like 5 times to this point. But like, it's funny because people will be like, you can tell people fucking dig it right away. Like it's. You know, it's moshable, like it's super heavy, but at the same time, it does have a bit of that indie emo influence.
Yeah.
And that draws a lot of people who haven't seen you guys before. Like, I feel like people, you know, after a few songs are like, oh shit, like, clicks, you know?
Yeah, the whole concept of it is like we wanted to make songs for everyone to enjoy. Like we don't care about genre and sticking to a genre. Like we've had people like tell us before, like, hey, like you guys should just stick to a genre and like.
And I tell them like, no, that's the whole point of the band. Like,
like nah, fuck that.
And then they get mad. Like, well, I mean, it's not your band. I don't care. Like,
you guys are versatile as fuck.
We're gonna do what we want to do.
Especially because you guys are a 5-piece now, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's super versatile sound. Like the sound you guys have, you can do a lot with it.
Yeah, that's what's awesome about just throwing in like our different influences and stuff. Like I'm super indie. Bryan's like pop punk.
I guess
early 2000s pop punk.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I love. That's what I grew up on. Ever since I was like a kid, I always listened to like music like that, like Blink, Yellow Card, and just stuff like that. Just like I don't. I'm pretty open to music. Ever as a kid, I would just listen to music. Like I like now looking back on it, like. I would sit in my room, like, when I did buy CDs as a kid, like, I'd have my parents buy me CDs.
Same, dude.
I would just sit in my room and I would just listen to CDs instead of watching TV, like, just because it's like, and I would really, like, analyze lyrics as a kid, and I thought that was weird, like, no one else did that, like, no one cared, and I would tell people, like, oh, yeah, did you know this song's about, like, his dad dying, and they were like, that's weird. It's, like, such a catchy song. I'm like, yeah, but it's messed up, like... Okay.
There's a lot of songs like that, man. Fuck.
Yeah, like with Green Day, like that's what I used to listen to. Like I grew up listening to Green Day, like so. Like when I heard American Idiot finally, like that album, and I learned, I think it was Wake Me Up When September Ends. Like that's about his dad, like dying from cancer, and people were like,
oh shit.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, so
it's deep song,
it's like a really like it's a sad song. So like when people were like, because you watch the video and it's like. I think it's like about dude and like a war going on.
A Iraq war. Like.
And so like as a kid, like I listened to that, like so when I found out what that meant, I was like, oh, that's crazy. And someone was like, I was probably like 4th, 5th grade, and someone was like, yeah, I like Green Day, I like that album American Idiot, and I was like, oh, did you know this song was about that? And they were like, I think you just ruined that song for me, and I was like, oh, okay. Sorry.
I can't listen to it the same way now. Fuck.
I was
sad as fuck.
Yeah. I was a super like underground indie kid in high school. Like I listened to a whole bunch of Pavement. Like Pavement's probably like my biggest influence. We were just talking about him in the car.
Dude, I don't want to change the subject or anything, but when I was working at Rasputin, the fucking drummer from Pavement came in.
He's a fucking awesome drummer.
Yeah, dude, he lives in like fucking like
they're from Stockton.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
He
was
lives
like
somewhere
from
around
Stockton.
here now. I can't remember what city he said, but yeah, super fucking nice guy. I love Pavement, dude. Pavement's awesome.
Yeah, the whole era of like indie music, like Pavement, Silver Jews, Weezer.
Did you say Silver Jews?
Yeah, they're called. The lead singer from Pavement was in another project called Silver Jews, and it's fucking a great indie band. Like, listen to them on YouTube. Yeah. Like, they don't have any music on Spotify, but go to YouTube, listen to Silver Jews.
Fuck yeah. So you're one of those YouTube music listeners?
Kind of, sort of. A lot of, like, Pandora gets me in a lot of shit that
Steven's
you
not
can't
going to pay for anything.
I'm not going to pay for anything.
I'm not paying for my music.
When you sit on the computer, you just get YouTube and just open up the other tabs.
YouTube does have a lot of stuff that's not anywhere else.
Well, yeah, that's the benefit, too. Yeah,
like,
YouTube is this, like, huge... Fucking, there's catalogs of music from like hella long ago and by bands that you
like first
would have
EPs
never
and
heard
stuff,
of, like a band that only dropped a single in like 1989 and shit, and like
find it on YouTube.
You know, exactly, and shit. Like now, people can upload anything to YouTube. This fucking podcast is going onto YouTube just because YouTube has no filter on like the shitty content they'll let people.
No,
put out,
like they make so much money. They like post whatever you want. We don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
they're still making their money.
Yeah, hell yeah. People, like, I remember when I found out, I don't mean to change the subject either, but, like, as I watch, like, vlogs of some people doing stuff, like, whether it's video games or they just have, like, cars and stuff, and I'm like, man, how the hell do they have so much money to just do all this? And they're like, oh, we should make our money off of YouTube, and I'm like,
yeah.
All
their
right.
Instagram page now, you can fucking make money off that shit, too. Like,
you just gotta have a certain amount of followers, and it's like, hey, we'll pay you.
We want to be Instagram famous.
I just want to be famous.
I just want to be famous.
I just want to tell my mom I made it.
Stevie's gonna be a fucking Instagram hoe.
Little Instagram hoe.
Hey guys, welcome back to Stevie's
Makeup Corner.
Yeah, Makeup Corner.
I don't have the Makeup Corner.
I'm gonna teach you how to do your eyeshadow.
Hell yeah.
No, that's really righteous, guys. You guys are fucking kicking ass. You've been playing a lot of fucking shows.
Yeah,
it feels like
as many as we can.
A huge amount of flyers. I see your guys' name on.
We like to stay busy, and honestly, like we don't mind playing for a crowd of like 5 people or like 30 people. And if it's like the same people that have seen us over and over, like
even better, because then they know it.
Fuck yeah.
We will still play. Like we don't care. Like we love to play. We love to entertain and just share our music with everybody.
Yeah, dude.
Like
it's like you hear the live experience changes every time you see a band. So it's like, you know, you can listen to a record and it's great and everything, but the live experience is like you play the song literally different every time you play it. There's no versions
it's
of
so
it
bad.
The same.
And it's cool because I like it when we play with like a new crowd. Like when we played our first show in Stockton with like Malaska and stuff, and I think you played too. We
maybe
it was
I did. Yeah. Okay. I did.
Yeah. It was cool because I was like, oh great, new set of people. I can mess up. They're not gonna know.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna know if I stop singing or I stop playing guitar. Oh, it's part of the song.
Yeah, no.
It's part of
those shows are pretty cool at the Slaughterhouse. Those,
dude. Super Fatty Makeout stuff was
Stockton
awesome.
Lodi has a pretty nice scene. That's my first time like with any band playing out here like this way. So it's pretty cool.
No, I love our scene, dude, and it's not even just these areas. It's a whole like Oakdale is starting to like, or not even starting to. It's been around for a while, but it's like they're like merging. The scenes are like merging, and it's like it's really just the NorCal scene that I think is fucking. Everybody digs shit, and like nobody's really like.
No, that's what I've noticed too. Like everyone's pretty open to everything. Like I'll talk to people after the show, like now that I kind of know and stuff, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like do you listen to this?" Also, I'm like, "Really? Listen to that?" I'm like, "That's crazy!" Like.
Dude.
Cool.
Like we were bumping rap shit like at a punk show at Master Mode. We were bumping rap shit and everybody.
Like Bay Area, like hyphy music, and I was like, I looked at Steven, I was like, oh yeah.
Like nobody gives a shit. Everybody's just like they're there to hear the music, no matter really what it
it's
is.
like people that just enjoy music in general, and that's what I like about it. It's like it's cool because like that's what I do. Like that's me and Steven. Like I like to think me and Steven, like our genres of music are pretty open.
We'll
like
start rapping some ghetto ass shit.
I don't know about that. I can't do that.
Dude, you guys should spit a freestyle right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm maybe too stoned.
Spit a freestyle.
Steven.
Next episode.
Dude, if I had a way to like, if I had like a fucking like turntable or some shit, we would get funky with it.
Chicka.
To be honest.
Nah,
But
freestyling's probably like rapping at least now. Like
I have to be
singing,
really drunk.
I could freestyle sing. Like if I'm jamming with someone.
I have to have a few drinks in me for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, hey guys, I'm about to. Yeah.
Fuck shit up.
Stage fright. There's too many people watching.
You know what? Stage fright. Not even like I thought that would be like the first thing. Like when we played our first show as Moreover, I was super nervous, and then I was like, I don't even care. Like,
Picture,
I'll play in front of anybody. Like, I don't even care anymore.
That's what I
Like,
do.
Yeah.
Nah.
What kind of a band was Moreover?
Moreover
was like super downer.
You ever listen to? Oh shit, what's their name? I hella found it out, and Justin was like, "Yeah, like that's exactly who like I'm trying to kind of like play like." It was
Like,
Balance and Composure.
Balance and Composure.
They're kind of like they're a harder band that he doesn't. I think their newer stuff he doesn't like scream as much. It's more singing, but
we were way more downer than that though. Like it was super sad. We had a whole album written, and it was kind of it was like a concept album.
Wow.
Like it was like
when I found out what it was, I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, it was like the whole album. Like we didn't even know what it was about until like Tommy told us like what he wrote it about, and it was like it's about like a couple that got in like or the girlfriend gets in a car crash, and then like the boyfriend gets in a car crash like sometime later from like drinking and depression and stuff.
Fuck.
Whole bunch of stuff like that, and like the whole time like me and Bryan were jamming. We're just like, yeah, man, like
this is fun. This is cool.
When we found out what it's about, we were just like, damn. Like,
it's like, oh,
like okay, like we're one of those bands. Like
it's like great. Hey guys, this song's upbeat, but we're gonna make you cry.
No, it was cool. It was cool. The album never got recorded, and we played like one show, and then
it was just like too much differences in
we started Cardinal
our minds and stuff. So we were just like, actually, I mean, really, we just kind of kicked out the singer. We formed another band. Not to be a dick or anything. I had no say in it because I was in the band for like 2 months, and I was just like, I'm going with them. They're playing music. They're cool. Let's do this.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes that's just what fucking happens. I mean, it's music. Like, you gotta... One thing that we came across with Pine and Palm was, like, if you don't like someone on a personal level, it makes making music with them really hard.
It's like being in a relationship with, like, 3
exactly.
or 4 other people. Like,
exactly.
You have to
precisely. And it's really, it's just fucking, it's sad when shit like that goes wrong. I've definitely been in, like, bands where it's like, okay, well, we really like this dude, but, you know, maybe he's not, like, you know...
up to par with, like, what we're doing.
Not really looking to make the same kind of music we are, or whatever. It just comes to a certain point where it's like, I have to feel comfortable in the band that I'm playing.
That's kind of how it was with us, with him, because...
there'd be tension, like sometimes, like, practice would have, like, tensions and stuff.
It was
make
just
it awkward,
like...
just sucks.
Because I was trying to learn bass, so I never heard these songs, and they didn't have, like, recordings, and the recordings they did have, they didn't play it like that really anymore, so I was like... Justin and them, they would take their time. They were super chill about it. They're like, cool, like...
I wrote down tabs for Bryan.
Yeah, like, he wrote down tabs, and I was learning the songs, you know, and we literally...
So you can read tabs, not music, but you can read tabs?
Tabs is pretty much that.
I don't even know how to play or read tabs, bro.
Really?
Tabs is fucking
like
zero. It's the
like
strings and...
I've tried, dude. I've tried.
That's what tabs is, like.
That's what tabs are. I mean, some of them are, like, they have, like, different symbols. I don't know what that means, but yeah.
It's fucking... I've tried before, and it's just impossible for me. I have to, if I can't listen to the song and figure it out, I probably just won't learn the song.
That's how we kind of talk, though, is like numbers, because that's what tabs is, just numbers. So like, we'll put, like, fret.
Well, yeah, I mean,
fifth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
when
much
you're describing like chord progressions. It's like
that's how I started.
Yeah, when someone like if someone's like, "Yeah, do you know how to play a C minor major?" I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I like learn like the simplest chords on acoustic. Like I can play like a G or an E or an A, C, F, and that's it. After that, I'm just moving my fingers, and if it sounds like it, all right.
Exactly.
I don't. I mean, I get it. I should probably learn how to like maybe do certain things.
I would like to at some point. It's just. I don't have the patience for that kind of shit.
Not at all. Like, I want to learn this song. I want to learn it now.
Exactly. If I want to learn the song, I'll figure it out.
Like, that's kind of how I actually learned how to play. I would just learn easy songs, and I would take what I learned from that, and I'd learn harder songs, and then it was just like, oh.
Exactly. And that's what, when people are like, when people ask, or are like, oh, I want to start playing guitar, it's like, dude, just listen to a song that you like that doesn't sound super hard, and just try to play it. And just, like, just try to figure those parts out. What you gain from learning that song it'll give you a template, like a little toolkit that you can use to figuring out other songs.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, like tabs is kind of like the platform to how I learned bass, and then now I usually just play bass by sound. I can pick up songs by sound.
Did you start on guitar or on bass?
Bass. Like for some, I've always had some,
even as a bassist.
I've had some
100%.
strange attraction to bass for some like reason. Like,
and he's good.
I wanted to play bass.
Steven knows how to groove on bass. Like,
did you start on guitar?
Me? Yeah, acoustic. So I was like, my friend Joey Joey and Jeff, they're probably who. Jeff is actually who got me like really into like a lot of good like bands that weren't very heard of. Like I don't know. He also got me into one of my favorite bands like to date, which is the Wonder Years.
Oh, okay.
And they're like probably hands down like one of my favorite bands. Like just everything they do is super good, super emotional and stuff.
It's like indie pop punk.
Yeah, it's definitely pop punk, but like I haven't really heard another band that really sounds like their type of pop punk.
They have some pretty deep songs too.
Like their albums are super deep. Like he puts everything out there, and I think that's what I really like appreciate about their music.
Fuck yeah.
And like every time I've seen them, they just put on a killer show. Like it's something different every time. Like,
You've seen them play? That's dope.
Oh yeah, like 4 or 5 times. Like they're just super good.
We used to go to a lot of shows, but now that we started playing shows,
I want to play shows instead of going to watch.
It's like
them.
now when you go to watch bigger bands, you're just like, I want that to be me. Like,
yeah,
I want to go home and practice now. Like,
no, for exactly.
Like, yeah, it's like kind of. I go to way less shows now, like bigger shows.
Well, I mean, I used to go to a lot of, yeah, exactly. Like I go to shows now, like shows, but
local shows, yeah.
But yeah,
like,
seeing like big like concerts, I probably haven't really been to one since like I was 18 maybe. Like when I was was living off my parents' dime and could actually like afford to go to those shows. Like,
I go to Warped Tour. That's like one tradition I won't break.
I haven't been to a show since I think that Wonder Years show last year.
Remember, we saw a Day to Remember.
Oh no, we went and saw Day to Remember Wage War.
A Day to Remember is like probably one of
That's
our
one of my favorite bands
influences.
I love them. I've listened to them since I was in like 8th grade.
Yeah. Did you guys go through a Killswitch Engage phase at all?
Yeah, I did. Not a phase. I still think they're a good band. No.
Oh yeah, no, I still fucking love
most singers.
But like when they were like
when they came out like in like 05, 06, like that era.
I think my brother showed me them. I heard like My Curse, and I was like, oh, these guys are cool. Dude. And then I was just like, I found out too. It's cool because when like we started the band, like I met James. And I started naming off like bands that I thought no one had ever heard of. Like I tell like people I grew up with, I went to school with, and they're like, I don't listen to that shit. And I'm like,
yeah, no, for real.
Like, well, you know, whatever. Okay, so like I never really had anyone in school to talk to with about music. Like, everyone was like popular music, like radio shit, and I was like,
or country.
Yes. Oh my god.
Like,
don't get me wrong.
Pop or country.
Don't get me wrong. I like older country. Like there's a certain like like not all of it's about driving your truck and fucking.
I mean, like, dude, Merle Haggard
sister shit,
and, like,
whatever.
Woody Guthrie, and I love old ass country.
But like, there's like some really old ass country that's like really deep, like super. It's like I like depressing music.
Yeah.
And so like.
Older blues and country.
Yeah, it's like, it's good. Like, and then like a lot of them are really good musicians in general, like guitarists. Like the first concert I ever went to was a Brad Paisley concert. I know that sounds weird, but it was like my mom bought us tickets because like my mom, brother, and sister, they all like country music.
My mom took me to concert.
I was like, all right. It was like a Christmas present. She's like, I'm not buying you guys anything else. We're buying these tickets, and my mom ended up not being able to go, so we went, and like I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like it was at Fresno State, I think. It was at like the.
He did not say that. Brian was like, "Yeah, brother," with his hat.
I was like, "Hell yeah!" So no, I was like a freshman in high school.
14.
So no, it was funny because like I was a skater in high school, so like I dressed kind of how I did.
He was a big
skinny jeans and like fucking skate shoes and like. Whatever, and so it was like I was the only person that looked like that there, and everyone else was in cowboy boots, and I was like, I fucking do not fit in right now. I was like, this is like, where's Waldo? Up there he is, and like, it was cool because like when like I listen to country, so I was like, all right, I know his songs. Like, it was like just the way the crowds were all singing like together, and like I was like, this is like.
I think that's how a lot of people get sucked into church, is they see all the people singing, and they're like, yes, I'm a part of it. And it's like,
you put the lyrics on the billboard.
Yeah, like definitely. But like it was like then all of a sudden he would like jump off stage and he would just like start soloing like crazy soloing, just walking around the stage, and I'm like walking around the crowd, and I'm like, oh, this guy's a fucking badass. Like, he can play guitar, and I was like, this is
one time
pretty cool.
I don't want to cut you off.
No.
Fucking one time I saw a Grand Funk Railroad at the...
dude, they're amazing.
Yeah, dude, at the fucking...
Was that at a fair? Yeah.
Yeah, I was probably like 6 years old or like 7 years old, and I was like, oh shit, like this is dope. Like it really made me like... Because you hear music, like as a kid, you hear music on the radio and shit, and it's music. But then, like, once you have that experience where it's like, oh shit, I get why people like are hell into this. Like, you know
it's a feeling that you really can't get anywhere else. Like, it's the same thing with people with like sports or whatever you do. Like, it's a feeling like I don't get this feeling anywhere else when I either go see
whatever
a band
you like
or,
more than life.
Yeah, pretty much.
If it makes your nipples hard, it makes your nipples hard. It makes
rock hard, super solid.
Make sure your nipples are hard, and then like look down. If your nipples,
if they're not hard, you're not having a good enough time. You need to amp your shit up.
Nipples are key, like to happiness.
If your nipples aren't hard, you need to turn the music up.
Pretty much.
It's not
you
loud
need more
enough.
bass. Let's do this.
A little perky outside.
Well, it's not even. It's like 100 degrees out. My nipples are rock hard.
Can I ask you both a question? Do you
Yeah.
guys do psychedelics?
I have not.
You've never done any psychedelics?
The only thing I've ever done is just I think weed. I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, I have nothing against it. You know.
Just never really been your thing.
Just no, I've never. I mean, probably eventually. I don't see anything bad about it. Isaac or his roommate always trying to get us to just go to the beach, just take some acid, and just chill. It's the best. It's the chillest thing ever. I was like, I got work. I'm cool.
I
got work.
Exactly. What about you, Stevie?
No, yeah, I did it in like, I think I did psychedelics at like the right age. I did it like 18, 19, and like I was doing shrooms a lot for a cool minute, and like it kind of helped me realize like my purpose in life. Like, at that age, I was messing around with a lot of hard drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I started doing shrooms,
Just a lot of crystal meth.
Crystal meth.
I have some stories. No,
here we go.
But yeah, no, the shrooms actually, like, I think shrooms are a very, very, like, good thing for me, at least. Like,
yeah.
It helped me, like, it, like, kind of just socked me in the face and, like, what's your purpose in this life? Like, do something.
It'll
like,
definitely fucking do you. It will level you to the ground and be like, listen, motherfucker.
Yeah, like.
Listen up.
Like, why are you alive right now? Like, don't waste that shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, shrooms honestly, like, opened my eyes. And, like, I've been kind of looking to do them again, because it's just, like.
Well, what's cool, the first couple times that I took mushrooms, because mushrooms are my favorite fucking drug to do, besides weed, obviously. I smoke that way
it's
more.
not a drug.
I smoke weed way more often than I take shrooms.
I smoke weed like I smoke cigarettes, like.
Exactly.
It's just like.
Exactly. It's just part
I
of the
smoke
day.
cigarettes like I smoke cigarettes. That's probably a bad thing.
But the first couple times that I took mushrooms were definitely like, you just laugh your ass off, you fucking watch TV and everything looks goofy and it's like, it's fun.
Yeah.
And then the next times you kind of take a little bit more, you get a little, like, experiment a little bit more, and then it teaches you some fucking lessons. It's like, listen up, son.
When you start getting
you are a creation of this universe.
When you start getting past, like, the eighth, you start getting past the eighth and you start taking quarters. Like, then you start to see God and, like, just...
the universe sits you down and says, listen, you're fucking small. You don't matter at all, so you gotta...
My dealer in high school, he would be like, here these ones. These are the ones I call the sea god shrooms. And, like...
The sea
You're
god.
like, so stay away from the ocean.
They
when
look
you
like
take
little
them.
shiitake, like, mushroom balls, like...
Nice.
And, like, yeah, they just fucked me.
I had what's it called? I had a coworker for a while at the place I work at in the city, and like his thing is like art, like that's his dream. So he does a lot of art, and he would show me like a lot of it was cool, but I'm not paying $3,000 for that.
Is that what he charges?
He was like, yeah, stupid prices. Like, dude, it's like, yeah, you make that. I was like, dude, I give you like $50 for that. Like, that's sick. He's like, fuck you. Give me like 1,000. I'm like, no.
I did a whole sheet of acid while I painted this. So
he would take a lot of different drugs. He told me he's done like a lot of shit, and he wasn't very old either. You know, he's like in his mid-30s. So I was like, damn, like that's crazy. And so he's like, I've done so many like drugs, like it's crazy. He's like, honestly, it's like the best shit in the world. He's like, it's opened my mind to so many different things.
Well, doing drugs and trying to do art on it is, at least for me, really fucking hard. But I've seen people create.
He
some
says
crazy
it's
shit.
like he says it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
He's like it's like the best when you go to like a live art show and like people are painting in front of you. It's like you got music in the background, you got lights flashing you, and you take some like whatever you want. You want some Molly, you want some acid. It's great. You're just chilling there. You're just painting. It's the best feeling ever. And I'm like,
I definitely tried to record music on shrooms before, and it's just impossible.
Just turns out you weren't even playing the guitar the whole time. Just, I
just
swear I heard
it open like.
I swear.
The thing about shrooms, when I did shrooms, I would think too hard sometimes and catch myself thinking too hard.
Yeah, you gotta just...
Like, one time, there used to be a picture frame on my wall, and my roommate took it down, and, like, when I was, like, right at the peak, I was staring at my wall, and it was bothering me so hard, because I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. I was like, why? What the fuck is wrong with my wall?
Here.
Like, yeah, for, like, 3 hours, I was just tripping on that wall, like, just pissed that, like, I couldn't figure out and crack the code.
There was this one time my fucking buddy, like, I was during high school, so I was still living with my parents, and like, you know, my buddy, we were at this party, he convinced me to take some shrooms while we were there, right? Well, I get picked up by my parents at like, you know, fucking 11:30 or whatever, and I'm just like barely starting to trip, So then I'm supposed to go to bed because I can't like have my lights on or anything. I'm supposed to be
go to sleep
in bed, And I was just laying there, fucking like just trying to figure out how to do basic shit. Like I had a glass of water, and I'm like you can't even. It's crazy.
Fuck.
What is ridiculous? This? I didn't go to bed for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
You just think, dude. You just think.
You think.
It makes you fucking think. It really, like, I think people have the misconception that shrooms try to make you not think. Like, it's like
people
slows
make
your
it
brain
seem like
down.
shrooms,
It kind of does, but it makes you critically think. It makes
you really like put stuff in like a different perspective. Like that's what I've gotten.
Shit.
That's what I've gotten from what people tell me. Like,
yeah,
it really just opens your mind to where it's like, oh shit, like I never thought about that. Like that makes so much sense.
Wow,
but
everything that people have told me is a fucking lie.
Yeah, like they're like
reality
oh,
is
like,
totally subjective. Like, have you ever
yeah.
thought about the fact that like people like ancient civilizations, right? They lived in they were in their tribe, that was their whole thing. And then like they get to a certain age, right? And they find out, oh, there's other tribes and they have a completely different fucking way of living than I do. Your whole truth gets shattered. And I think psychedelics make you just think, okay, so everything's kind of just religion, all the morals of, this is what's good and this is what's bad, and you're not supposed to do this,
fuck are you
you're allowed
to
to
tell
do
me? Yeah,
these things.
Exactly.
Only in America do we think a certain way, and only in California they have their own little thing. It's like, fuck, none of it's true. None of it's fucking
no, it's different everywhere else. It's
all
different.
fake,
yeah. That's why I just I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not a religious person or anything. Like, to each his own. If you want to believe in fucking God, be my fucking guest. If it helps you quit alcoholism, that's what it with my dad. Like, I thought it was funny. I did laugh in his face. I feel kind of bad now to this day, but he was like, my dad was like super he was doing drugs and like alcohol and shit. And he was like, I didn't talk to him for like 3 years, and he found me and he was like, I found Jesus and stuff. Like, I was like, I laughed and I was like, damn, I'm an asshole. But at the same time, I was like, listen. I told him
it's hard.
I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, what you found. If it made you stop doing bad shit, good for you. Like, it can't be completely bullshit and bad then if it made you stop doing bad shit. But I like to keep my mind open. I'm like, why believe in that if I could fucking believe in goddamn Jedis and cooler shit? Like, that's my perspective. Like, if I'm gonna believe in anything, I want to believe in something fucking cool. Like,
exactly.
I want Star Wars. That's real. It's real. It's just in a galaxy far, far away. It's not in the future. It's
when you
real.
Look at shit like Catholicism, it's like, how the fuck did we fucked up the human perspective so much to where we thought like masturbation is completely like fucking, it's a sin. You're not supposed to do it. Fucking all this shit. Got people wearing ridiculous clothes for whatever reason. It's like, why? Why does God want me to do this shit? Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Other people.
You're telling me
how did anybody believe this shit?
Yeah, like a book that was written over thousands of years ago is right. Like,
it's always gone back to change.
When they had less access to science than we do now.
Exactly.
They somehow
like
knew more.
We have more shit that's been
fuck?
proven than any other time period. So it's like you can't tell me
they knew
that,
less back then.
Yeah, like how the fuck are you gonna tell me this? Like, really?
But no, I mean, and people. I love your sweater, by the way. I just noticed what it was. Fuck yeah,
I was wearing my modern baseball shirt too today.
But if it helps you, if it fucking makes you okay with the fact that you're gonna die, of course, believe in God by all means. But it's hard not to laugh in people's face when they say that they've turned to Jesus. It's like, why? What do you? This is all real. This is here. Like,
it's go get him.
It's kind of funny. So I have a coworker. He's this big black dude. He's a cool dude. He's great. He would do anything for me. Like, he really likes me. I worked with him the past 4 years, and like he's a good dude. Little on the dumb side. Don't get me he didn't graduate high school.
He's
he had
street
to go,
smart.
He's street smart. He is from Vallejo, which I don't know if you know what Vallejo's like, but I don't ever want to go back there.
I've maybe been there a few times.
It's in the area he lived in. It was fucking hood. It was. Put it this way: when me and my brother dropped him off, he came outside to show something, and he pulled out 2 9s, and he was like, "Check these out!" And they were loaded too, which was fucked up. And he was like aiming them at us, like, "Look at my new guns!" And he was aiming them at us. I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, I just want to show you guys my guns." I'm like, "Are they loaded?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Why are you aiming them at us?" Oh, my bad. And he's a good dude. He's funny. I work with him, but pretty much he shit. I just lost train of thought.
He believes the Earth is flat.
Oh my god.
Does he really?
Yes.
Yeah, he believes the Earth is flat.
Me and my boss were like,
dude, what the fuck?
Dude, he was like, one day he was like, I was like, yeah, no. He's like, so you're telling me if an airplane flew straight, it wouldn't fly to space? I said, how? Well, yeah, if it was like going straight up, but and he was like, no. Like, it goes up normal and it just keeps going. It's like, yeah, you're gonna go around the world. I was like, do you not know what fucking gravity is? He's like, well, we're just gonna go off the edge of the world. I said, oh yeah? I said, where's that at? He's like, it's at the edge of the world. I said, what do you mean?
It's right next to Alaska.
He's like, it just drops off. I was like, you're telling me that there's been an edge of the world this whole time.
We have pictures.
And no one has a fucking picture of it? It's not in the news? Like, no one, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking...
I mean, unless... there's gotta... Flat Earthers are so crazy to me because it's like, have you guys seen that movie, The Truman Show?
Yeah.
Where there's like an edge of the world of like what is his world.
Yeah.
Like, how has no one discovered that yet?
Yeah, like, you're telling me that's not a thing we learned in school?
I can get on a plane to Hawaii right now. That's how I know the Earth isn't flat, or that's not, there's no...
Yeah,
like, the end of the Earth is the other way. Like.
Yeah. I can go to an airport right now and buy a ticket to somewhere that you would think, by the logic of you, it would be like... There would be something out there. What the fuck?
People actually believe it, dude.
You know, he believes
there's such a thing as the curvature of the Earth. If you're fucking flying straight, eventually it's going to go down a little bit, and your plane's going to keep following it, and it curves. The Earth fucking curves.
Yeah, he thought like, oh, well, it's on the other side of the world. I said, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you flip it over, and it's like on the bottom flat. I'm like, you are...
Like a piece of paper?
I was like, yeah, that's what he thought. I was like, dude, I finally told him, I was like, you know what, dude, I'm just walking away, because... Like, you're never gonna understand it, and I don't care.
Tell me if he digs a hole like 10 feet in the ground, he'll find China.
Yeah, that's what my boss
China.
I was like, you're such an idiot, dude.
Fall through into space and start orbiting the flat fucking Earth.
But it's just like with the thing, like with like whatever religion and shit. I was like, he believes in God, so like he'll say stuff like, "Oh, Bryan, you're going to hell" and stuff. I'm like,
oh my.
Well, I'm like, okay, like whatever, like. I'm like,
this is hell.
I'm like,
for what?
I'm like, for what? You know, he's like, we're doing this and this, and he is like, he's a gangster. He is the idea of a gangster I have in my head. He has tattoos on his arm that he got backwards. It says Mike Big instead of Big Mike.
Mike Big.
So it's like
Mike Big.
Like my boss found out about it, and he makes fun of him all the time. But so pretty much he's like, oh yeah, no, like I believe in God, so I'm gonna go to heaven. I said, dude, you've shot at people. You've like probably killed people you don't even know. And it's like you're telling me just because.
Wait, has he been convicted of murder?
Dude, he's been to San Quentin.
Holy shit!
He went to San Quentin for 3 years.
Where do you work?
In San Francisco.
So they just he's not in jail anymore. He killed people and he's not.
No, I don't know. He doesn't know if he's killed people. He's he's done drive-bys. He's done done the shit he's told me is crazy. Like I would never believe it. And I'm like, I hang out with a very bad person at work. I'm like, I don't care. I get paid enough for this.
It's always nice to have the ghetto friends. Like
it is because he said, if you ever have any problems, call me. I have little homies. I said, you know what, man, that means a lot.
Brutal. Actually,
I was like, that's
it's
pretty
always
cool.
Nice to, like, yeah, I have some cholo friends.
So it's like,
I mean, dude, if they're your homie, that's your homie. But
no,
it's
like, he's hella cool.
You killed people and I work with.
Like, no, that's what I'm like. He's brought guns to work because he's like, yeah, people are after me. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm driving in the car with you right now to a job, and you're telling me you have a gat on you, and people are after you. He's like, it's fine. They're never gonna find
you.
I'm like, dude, you're gonna get me fucking killed one day. And it's just, yeah. So he pretty much he's done a lot of bad shit, you know. And he's like, yeah, as long as I believe in God, I'm gonna go to heaven. I said, that is the stupidest fucking shit I've ever heard.
I mean, if he's Catholic, he can just go confess to it, and like then he's.
No, he's not. He's not anything like that.
It's like you're in your belief system, you would be going to hell.
No. That's the thing. He's not any of that. He just believes in God. That's it.
Oh, so the whole
he's like
Jesus into your
yeah.
heart,
He's like, if you accept Jesus, as long as you accept Jesus, you go to heaven. And I'm like,
that's my get out of jail free
I'm like,
card.
dude, I was like, the worst I've done is like I've hit a parked car in the city and I ran, and like you probably hurt a lot of people. It's like, you're going to hell, and it's like,
you're going to jail for that, by the way. There are cops listening to this right now. They're like, oh, he fucking hit somebody and ran.
Dude, no. There was one time I was backing out of this place, and we drive like a F-150 in city, which is it's big for those streets. I backed up, and he was in the passenger seat, and I backed up. I hit a parked car. There's cops right there talking to a homeless dude right behind the car. They looked back, shrugged it off, and they fucking just kept talking to the homeless dude. I was
That's
like,
hella funny.
It's like, all right, laters, I'm going.
Bye.
That's the worst situation, dude.
It's crazy.
Alright, well, on that note, we are going to take a quick break, folks. We are going to be listening to Trip Out by Kill a Whale. You can find this at killawhale.bandcamp.com. Check it out, homies. We'll be back with Cardinal Sins.
the people I did hang out with that were in Hag were like actual people who lived on farms. Except for like 3 of them.
That was Trip Out by Killer Whale.
It's a masterpiece.
Those motherfucking dudes are playing a show with these guys, Cardinal Sins,
Jones.
on
next week, October
Next
21st,
Saturday?
at
21st.
the Queen Bean Coffee House.
Queen
Bring a
Bean
costume. There's a
Coffee
costume
House.
contest.
Is it-
Brian-
Oh, is it really?
Is it Queen
Oh yeah,
Bean?
it's Trick or Beat, huh?
Yeah, it's
right?
called Trick or Beat.
Yeah.
KCSS from Stanislaus is showing it.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. We don't even know what I'm gonna be yet. Brian, what are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be Brian because I
Just
don't
wear a
want to
name
be
tag
anyone
and call
else.
yourself Stevie. Go as Stevie this year.
Just get a sweet wig.
I want to wear something cool though. I was thinking about being gay Jesus. I don't know.
That'd be pretty sick. Wear a fucking like rainbow robe.
Just piss so many people off, so many religious people off. Like,
I don't know.
Do you guys believe in aliens?
yes, I do.
Believe? No, there
Well,
are.
do you think they're
There is.
not that
No.
not that they visited Earth, but like that they're there in the universe? It's
You think
like,
pyramids got here by people? Come on, man. Nah, I know. I like
Well, listen.
I like the whole idea of that. I think that's way more interesting. Like I like to keep an open mind. Like I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, there's definitely this and that. But I like to believe that there's something out there that's like bigger than us.
do you guys
like,
believe in the possibility that maybe humanity has been around for a really fucking long time?
way longer
And
than
that-
it's recorded.
Yeah, so like maybe they had like an advanced technology at some point that allowed them to create fucking these giant superstructures like the pyramids and shit.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that sounds to me more likely than aliens.
Yeah.
I don't think aliens are out there, dude. I think they're.
I was
at
watching
least
it-
not in our galaxy.
I was actually watching a thing yesterday on the History Channel about like giants, like there's like
fucking
remnants,
giants.
like
You got
remnants
them?
of like giants and stuff, and like
what?
yeah, like
Dude, they discover like weird shit every day, like weird bone structures,
yeah,
skeletals.
definitely.
Like it's like
yeah,
it's
like,
awesome.
They've discovered like humanoid skulls, like with like 6 feet fucking tall, like
That's fucking so crazy.
yeah, but yeah, they said like there's only like so much evidence. I believe like if not giants, at least like aliens or some kind of extraterrestrial.
It had to be
help.
something, right?
And if
Like,
there
fucking-
is-
with like so many like giant like structures and like way
Well, dude, in the
bigger-
time frame that shit was getting built, they think humans were like they basically had stone tools still. It's like,
Well,
How
what
did-
I
how
like
did
to
they
think
make
is
that
like,
shit? Like,
think of
what?
it. How long have like in the past like 200 years? Just look at where we're at in society now. You're telling me in the last 3,000 years that they just couldn't do that? Like so, like just how technology is nowadays. Like we have shit that like 20 years ago you would never thought was possible.
yeah,
Like you're telling me like we didn't have this shit like thousands of years back already. And maybe
we have fucking
models, like-
computers. Like
I can take a picture of my smartphone.
No other fucking creature on the planet has developed a fucking computer. It's only humans that have done that. So, and you know, for people who think that aliens have actually visited Earth, it's like, hold on a sec. So you think a civilization somewhere out there somehow found this planet, like while, you know, people were ancient, like fucking, you know, humanoids and shit? Like, I don't know. It's crazy to me. How the fuck could we barely can go to Mars, dude. Like, we would barely have the fuel to go to Mars.
But like the universe is just like so big. Like,
There's so many
It is very big.
possibilities that
It is
it's
very
like
fucking big. And it's expanding, apparently.
yeah, it's
I mean,
like cool
it's
to have
getting
an open
bigger.
mind. Like just why not? Like why would you want to just be stuck on one thing? Like no, none of that's real.
I don't know, man. It
Like-
just seems very fucking unlikely.
I guess like no. I mean I respect that. You know that's fine. You know it's to each his own.
I
But
watch too much Ancient Aliens.
yeah, I like.
Dude, they might.
like they got me.
They
like,
might. I mean, like you said, the universe is a big place. They might be out there, but it just seems like out of all the fucking planets, do you think they really would have found ours? Like,
That's
you know what I'm saying? And
But
the
it's-
technology that it would require alone
There's
is like,
so many
fuck.
possibilities. You could easily be like, well, maybe we have a resource that other planets don't have that we just don't know about, or like, there's just certain little things,
That's
you
true.
know.
Should
It's
we haven't
just-
really seen yet?
There's so many possibilities and so many endless questions and answers to those questions that it's like, my brain hurts.
Yeah, no,
Like,
exactly.
It's
I'm gonna smoke some
crazy.
weed, fuck, this
Like,
is ridiculous.
I'm gonna go chill out. Like,
I don't need to be thinking about this shit.
I'm not
It
getting
makes
paid.
par-
I'm not
I'm not getting
to do
paid
this
enough
shit.
to think about this.
the fucking fact that we exist alone is crazy enough that it's like, do you guys think that humans are the only people or like only creatures that have attained this level of consciousness? Like we can cognize the fact that we exist right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I don't think dogs and like fucking snakes and shit. I don't think they think about the fact that they're alive. They just are alive.
They just do what they do,
It's
and
just
they die.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
think
nuts.
that there's a big ocean out there, and it goes really deep. I don't know what's all the way down there.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to think, like, you know, like, we never know. Like, we discover new shit every day. It's like...
Mermaids.
We've
Especially
explored very little of our fucking ocean.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy, like, how much... And it's like, you don't know. They're hiding it, maybe. Like, secrets. Just not telling anybody, like...
USOs.
Underwater
Dude, this
city.
guy believes in USOs.
So I'm telling you, dude, secrets, man. Don't tell anybody. We're just gonna kill you if you tell anybody. Like, dude, the government can listen to everything. Like,
The government can listen.
They're listening to this right now. They're like,
yeah, no. When
that's
I
a pretty good podcast. I think I'm gonna just subscribe to this. Like, you know, they're like, oh,
dude, the NSA subscribes to my podcast.
Oh my
I'd be down
God.
with that shit. I don't give a fuck.
it's just like,
As long as they're giving me plays.
Hi,
yeah,
guys.
like
Scared.
they just know everything. So it's like, they want to keep something secret. I think they really can. Like,
Dude, and then people get really fucking paranoid about that shit, and I'm like, you should basically, at this point, like this late in the game, you should assume that the NSA has heard everything you've ever said and will continue for the rest of your life hear everything that you're saying.
yeah.
So just don't commit thought crime, America. don't think what you're not supposed to, because you really should just, they can see you. Anywhere you are, they can see you.
Yeah, so when I'm walking around my house butt-ass naked, I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Fuck it, who cares?
You gotta,
I mean,
fuck them, dude.
yeah, like, I don't give a shit.
It's my house.
It's my
I will walk around naked if I feel like it, son.
I just hate being naked. Like, I can't
showered in a
tolerate
bathing
it.
suit.
Honestly, yeah. The moment I get out the shower, I slam like a shirt and underwear on. Like, can't.
Yeah, being naked kind of sucks. Well, have you ever swam naked?
Nope.
That shit's the most freeing experience you will ever have.
I don't know,
man. Water is on parts of your body that you never even thought like
I'm not
would
a
be
big
there.
water person.
Really?
Like, a pool, yes, I guess. But, like, even then, like, I still don't go near the deep end that much. I'm like,
I'm
there's a
gonna
shark in this fucking pool.
You're a
Like,
cat.
like,
There's a shark in this lake.
there's a squatch in these woods. Like, I don't know, like, I would go camping with my family, and we go up to, like, Pinecrest, and there's, like, a lake up
Oh
there.
yeah, dude, that's beautiful.
And
up
it's
there.
like, yeah, it's like super nice, and like everyone we like rent a party boat because there'd be like 10 of us. Everyone's jumping off into the lake, and they're like, all right, Brian. I'm like, nope. I'm gonna stay right here on this boat
This dude's
where
a
it's
cat.
safe. I don't know what's down
Can't get
there.
wet.
I don't know what's down there. It's not that I don't want to get wet. Like, I'll swim in the parts where like it's like.
Nah, dude, river monsters
Shallow.
scare the fuck out of me.
I
Have
don't
you seen
know
that
what's
show?
down there.
There's that
Yeah.
show on Discovery Channel, River Monsters.
They find like
Dude.
crazy ass shit.
Piranhas and fucking leeches and shit, dude.
No.
River swimming is not fun sometimes. Fuck.
Cool.
I mean, North America, you're usually, especially California, you're gonna be fine. But like,
Other
people
countries?
swimming in Amazon and shit, and the Amazon and shit, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck that. I see like random
It's
facts and
ridiculous.
stuff. Like, there's like if you're like it's somewhere in a jungle, it's like don't pee into the water because there's things that'll climb up your pee.
Yeah,
and, like,
silverfins. Or whatever
Yeah,
they're
and I'm
called,
like, were you
silverfish.
telling what? I was like, what the?
No
fuck?
fucking thanks, son.
I was like, yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm just gonna hold my pee in, pee my pants.
All this is fuck. I mean, if you try to go piss in the fucking woods, you're gonna step on it like a snake's gonna fucking bite you or some shit, dude. Like, fucking spider. Have you guys seen? Do you guys know what bullet ants are?
No.
Bullet ants are these fucking ants that literally they're called bullet ants because when they bite you, it feels like you're getting shot with a fucking bullet.
That's fucked up.
Like it hurts so fucking much, and they inject venom in your arm that
Jesus
just like
Christ.
it'll like fucking numb your arm.
doesn't
and
sound
shit.
fun at all.
Yeah, it's nuts. Those
I'm
things
not
are
a
fucking
big
scary.
insect person. Like, I really don't like spiders. Like, I like to
Yeah,
think I have
no.
arachnophobia. Like,
Same.
to like
Spiders
like,
are fucking scary.
Like, there's a podcast I listen to. I don't know if you like scary stories. It's called No Sleep Podcast,
I have not listened to that.
and
no.
it's just like scary stories all the time.
Fucked up
Okay.
stories.
Like, and they're
Well,
they're
it's
raw.
from
Like,
it's from the subreddit, right? No sleep.
yeah,
I think so, right?
yeah.
It's on
So it's
Spotify.
it's on
though.
Spotify, iTunes,
Hell
wherever you
yeah.
get podcasts, and it's like I started listening to it because I was like, all right, let's check this out. And like, they were some of them were really good. Like, they're hardcore. They're like full blown. Like, I remember if you go back far enough, they used to not put like a disclaimer or whatever it's called, like in the beginning where they tell you like warning, like this that.
That's
They
scary as fuck.
like no, and then like finally like in one of the episodes he's like, listen, I don't know how many, like we're gonna have to put this in every episode. Sorry to the people that listen and understand, but there's just some people out there that don't get that this is for adults only. There is fucked up shit in here, like there's like traumatizing shit, like
Yeah,
it's scary
no.
shit.
No,
like
sleep
there's
is kind of fucked up.
Dude, there's one. They had one story on this last season. So I drive to San Francisco, and like I go through Livermore and Pleasanton and stuff. And there was one where it took place in fucking San Jose and in
shit.
Livermore, and I was like, telling me these guys. I was driving through Livermore as it was ending. It was like, yeah, and he was like in Livermore, and I was like,
oh no.
Fuck. It's like I'm like, but
dun, dun, dun.
They had one that was like about a forest. It's like a spider forest, and it's like people don't go in there because people die. Like the first like couple yards in, it's like, or the first like so far in, it's just like normal spiders. Like okay, blah blah blah. Then as you go deeper, it got like crazy and.
Fuck.
Like I was listening to it the whole time in my car, and I was just freaking out. I was like,
yeah,
this is fucked up.
I'm gonna die today.
It's good, but this is fucked up.
Do you drive in the early mornings?
Yeah,
that's what I figured.
I leave at like 3 in the morning.
Dude, that car ride is it can be freaky sometimes. I used to wake up at like 2:30 in the morning to commute for an hour and a half to go to fucking Sutter Creek, Jesus. And fucking it was like sometimes I would be just like. If something appears in the back seat, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm going 80 miles an hour down the fucking highway. Like, what am I gonna fucking do?
I finally had it to one time.
Take your cigarette lighter and just like...
Yeah, like, I finally had it to one time where I, like, thought I saw shit in my back seat and I, like, flinched hella crazy driving.
Early.
And I'm
You're
just
hella, like delusional because you just fucking woke up.
And I was like, alright, I'm good. And then it happened again, but it was, like, in my passenger seat and I was like, and I was like, fuck, man. It's like, I gotta get to work. I was like, fuck this. I was, like, freaking out.
I just get to work.
It's like, I've never wanted to work so much in my life.
That's all, dude. I'll have to check out the No Sleep podcast.
It's pretty good. It's just raw, crazy stuff. Like, and the voice acting's really good. And
do you listen to Welcome to Night Vale?
You know what? They always talk about them in there.
Dude, you have to listen to Welcome to Night Vale. I fucking love that podcast.
I just started listening to another one. It's called, it's King Falls. So it's a podcast, but it's based. So pretty much the base around it is it's two dudes that work at an AM station, like AM radio. So it's from like the times from like 2 in the morning to like 6, and pretty much it's a good cast. Like it's funny, it's great, but it also it's in a small town, super small town, and it's just crazy shit happens every episode. Like
that's tight. Well,
like aliens or like aliens or like skinwalkers, and they're just like at first the dude like doesn't believe any of it. Like the main dude, he's like, it's bullshit. Like it's not real. And then all of a sudden he's like, it gets to the point where he doesn't even say like, I believe. He's just like, this is fucked up. Like
that's crazy. That sounds good.
No, it's good. I try to listen to a lot of different ones. They're
do you mostly listen on Spotify? Onto the podcast?
Yeah, like I want to go. I think I don't know.
Everything on Spotify.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I pay for it, and I want to subscribe to because on the No Sleep one, it's like it's only like an hour usually on there, but it's like if you go and you subscribe and you listen to our shit on like whatever iTunes or whatever, you'll get the full 2-hour episode. And I'm like, it's so tempting.
That sucks.
I'm like,
fuck
so
iTunes. I hate that shit.
Or like wherever else they listen to like podcasts. I think
real.
there's like an actual like podcast like site that you can listen to. I'm not too knowledgeable on that.
Yeah, the No Sleep ones are pretty entertaining though. Like,
yeah,
good way to kill an hour. Like, I kill an hour at work just listening because it's like 2 stories in 1 hour. And, like,
that sounds dope. I'll have to check that out.
There's some pretty brutal ass stories, like just.
Well, dude, because I honestly like I love listening to music, but after a while you kind of like, man, I'm kind of done. With, like I don't, especially when I'm trying to write music, I like to not listen to a lot of music because I want it to kind of feel fresh, you know. I don't want to like pull inspiration for anything. I just want it to be the clear kind of vision. So a lot of times I'll like at work or if I'm commuting or something, I'll fucking pop on a podcast because like. It's like sometimes it's refreshing to just hear a couple people talking instead of like just music. Sometimes it can just wear you the fuck out, listening to a bunch of records.
Yeah, no, I listen to a lot of sports podcasts too.
Really?
These ones are pretty funny on Spotify.
Yeah,
Brian
how fucking long can you talk about sports?
Like,
I don't know. I'm just not a sports person.
I'm big on sports.
What do you
I like
play?
baseball, but that's it.
What do I play? I used to play football and baseball in high school. I was kind of not really a jock. Like I was around a lot of jocks.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of just got tired of it.
I like playing balls a lot.
And then I did kickboxing and boxing for a
like
bit.
that?
Balls to the wall, man.
No.
So you watch football a lot, or?
Yeah, kind of, sort of now. It's just
Steven leaves us every Sunday.
It's just too much bullshit now.
Why?
Because the Raiders fucking suck this year.
Oh, you're a Raiders fan. Yeah, they've been sucking dicks, man. Straight dick. No, yeah, because my where I work, they listen to 104.1 like all fucking day.
Yep, that's what I listen to.
So like, I'll get hella Raiders updates and shit.
Fucking Raiders updates, the Bob and Tom show, like
Bob and Tom in the morning.
It's good.
It's like such old people humor. Like,
I can't like.
They're so old. Like
I literally have to like tune it out because I'm like, the music
sometimes,
sucks. The fucking like the radio personalities suck. Like fuck.
They stop playing the same song.
Stop playing the Doors. Like fuck. It always seems to be the Doors, Van Halen, fucking sometimes a Jimi Hendrix song, and like
now they play fucking Nirvana and like Stone Temple
Pilots. They even play Green Day sometimes.
They'll play Red Hot Chili Peppers and shit. Like fuck.
It's like damn, we're getting old.
This is considered classic rock now. Fuck.
Yeah, classic rock is.
I could never even, dude. If you someone trying to describe Nirvana as rock is like, what? Did you even listen to the songs? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You know what?
Rock.
I've never really been a big Nirvana fan. I just can't get into them that much. I know it's like people are like, oh, you play rock music, you should like Nirvana. But
well,
it's
have you delved into their deep cuts or like just kind of heard the shit on the radio? Or
no, like I've like put down. I don't remember what albums. I just like I'll go on Spotify and just choose an album, just like an older one usually because I don't just. It's a bunch of remasters and shit. I think.
Well, I definitely kind of recognize that there's a lot of hype behind them, so it's like. I went into it with the hype of knowing like all this shit, but if you're not like on the Nirvana hype and then you listen to it, they kind of just sound like a regular punk band. It's kind of just like pretty.
Like their songs, like I'm like, oh, I like this song. This is cool. But then it's like at the same time, like I never got like what people love. It's the same thing with like Brand New. Like
I feel it.
Brand New is probably a tricky one.
I can't do like just the people that follow them are like they think they're like the best band in the world. I'm like, don't get me wrong, Brand New's good. But I ended up listening to their first album, Your Favorite Weapon, and that just fucked me up the whole time because it's a super pop-punk album, and I'm like, none of their albums sound like this, so I was like, fuck. It's like shit. It's like, why?
Everyone's really big on The Devil and God for Brand New.
Yeah.
I can't listen past it.
I really haven't listened to much of them, to be honest. I've listened to a couple tracks.
And like a lot of people in the scene, like there's a lot of deep followers, like... I mean, they're pretty cool. They were cool live when I saw them last year.
It's not like they suck or anything, I just can't get into them.
Yeah, well, there's lots of bands like that. I was just talking about how fucking Rush is like that for me. Like, I really respect what they do, but just for some reason, like, people fucking love Rush.
Yeah.
They're diehard fucking Rush fans, but it's like,
I feel like Canadian.
I don't understand.
I
dude.
saw
I think
Rush
so.
in like 6th grade.
Really?
Way the fuck back, yeah.
Why?
my dad took me.
Why
He used to take me to a lot of classic rock bands. Like I saw.
That's sick.
I saw like Edgar Winter Group.
I mean,
really?
If you're gonna go see a band as a kid, like
them?
Rush would probably be a pretty cool fucking concert to go to as a kid.
Yeah, it was pretty badass. I hardly remember it. I vaguely remember it.
I just like maybe it's Geddy Lee's voice that just like it annoys the fuck out of me.
That high pitch, like Canadian.
Listen, man, I heard
Fly
Rush.
by night away from me. Yeah.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
I don't fucking know. They're interesting. I think I heard Rush through like Rock Band.
Yeah.
I think
I
Guitar
heard
Hero.
Tom Sawyer, and I was like, oh,
Or
this is
104.1.
interesting.
Yeah.
To be
No,
honest.
Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero actually got me into like a lot of classic rock and old school shit.
Yeah.
That was like one game that like actually like did wonders for me.
Yeah,
Definitely.
That and it teaches you like rhythm and stuff. Like when I used to play an expert and stuff. Like
Fuck.
going into
Yeah.
guitar,
I'll
like
shit on you, Guitar Hero, man. Oh my god, I won a contest on your town one time. It was so
Really?
stupid. Yeah.
I
we have
didn't
a
really
thing
play
called
it that much.
We have a thing called Apricot Fiesta. It's like beginning in June, first weekend in June every year. And like one day, this year they had it in the city hall. It was like a new city hall, and it was like a guitar hero competition. I was like, oh, I'll sign up for this. And everyone was tripping because I kept winning, and then like I beat some dude that's like really good at real guitar, and they were like, you must play like real guitar and stuff, huh? And I was like, nope, never, not once in my life. They're like, are you serious? Like, why are you so good? I was like, I don't fucking know. I have no life. Leave me alone.
That's so funny.
there's like a South Park episode where like, the kids are all into Guitar Hero and the dad's like dad's shredding on guitar. He's like, you guys spend like half as much time learning guitar, you guys be just as good. Like, no, that fucking sucks. Like,
real guitar sucks.
Who the fuck would want to learn real
Yeah,
guitar?
like, who would
Like,
want to play real guitar? And like they do the whole music
funny.
video for Carry On, My Wayward Son. That's great.
Dude, yeah, I mean, like, I went to, because I used to do, like I was saying, I used to do ag, so I would go to the fucking county fair and show animals, so we would stay there for like 4 days fucking with the animals in the pen and shit, in the pens and shit, and they had this huge fucking screen where they were doing Guitar Hero tournaments, and I was like, like fucking mind blown by it. This was like, I think Guitar Hero 2 had just came out or something like that. And I was like, oh shit. And like, yeah, it's cool. The few times that I've played it, I fucking sucked at it. So it really discouraged me from like being a huge fan. Yeah.
I was that kid that would go like to the Walmart or GameStop displays and like just start shredding on Guitar Hero so everyone could watch me.
That's where I first saw it. That's what made me want it. Like I went to a Walmart and I tried playing it and I was like, this is stupid. I was like, how the fuck do you do this? Like, this is actually really cool.
People are like, wow, you're so good at that.
Like,
I'm a rock star. Like,
yeah, you should see me in
watch
person.
me hit the C scale right here. Like, that I don't know how to do in real life.
It's like,
I actually do know how to do a C scale.
The C scale is like the first one you learn. Like,
it's not. I mean, like, I'm not.
Brian doesn't know it.
I wish I knew more about how to fucking.
Is that where you go like?
James, like, like James, our guitarist, he knows scales, but he doesn't know what like label like scales they are.
James is so good by hearing, like it's crazy. Like I never understood that until he came over one day and like he started playing the Hell Song by Sum 41. I was like, you know how to play that? He's like, nah, I just listened to it on the way over right now and I just figured it out. And I said, what the fuck, man? It's like you could do that. He's like, it's not that hard. And I said,
that's how I've learned like every fucking cover that I know is I just listen to it and fucking, you know.
Now that I've played longer, I kind of understand it, but it's like at the same time, like people that just learn from hearing, like
it's hard to pick up.
You blow my mind.
It's hard to pick up.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's just crazy.
So do you still skate by any chance? Do you skateboard?
Every now and then. I follow the culture a lot more now, just because I have work. If I get hurt, I can't afford to miss work.
No, I feel it. Yeah.
It sucks because we have a skate park, and then Oakdale just opened up their new skate park. It's super sick, yeah. But no, I try. A lot of people I skated with also don't skate anymore.
Yeah.
You definitely see that. A couple people.
Yeah, it's hard to find the time for sure.
Like, there's actually some people from, like, a lot of people used to come to Patterson because we had lights. So it was like Ceres, Modesto, Turlock, even out in Stockton. So I know, I think, yeah, Stockton, yeah. But pretty much like, we would, what's it called? People would come in to our park after hours because our lights would be on till like 11:30, something like that on weekends. So I would meet a lot of different people. I met a lot of really good people. Like that dude I told you that went to our last show. Dude that was like moshing, me and him were the ones moshing with long hair.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Oh, at the Bat Cave?
Yeah, he used to come to the park, dude. He's like kick flipped up our, I think it's like a 5 or 6 stair. Like, dude, he's stupid good. He just shreds the bowl. Like, he's hella good at everything. And I asked Rolo about him, and he was like, yeah, I think he's sponsored. I was like, that makes sense. Like, he's hella good.
Fuck yeah.
Like, even like, I know Ducky used to come to our park a lot. And we used to skate with him and hang out with him. And now he's like on Thrasher all the time. He got the cover of Thrasher like 2 months ago.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah, like,
I
was like, this guy used to come to my skate park. Like,
used to be, yeah.
Fucking
there was like
crazy.
there was a sponsored scooter rider. Like,
really?
Kid was hella good on scooter.
Nah, Turlock was a scooter place. Turlock had hella good like
and
scooter
skate
kids.
Park. Sirius had like a gang of like little kids on scooters like that would just like mob like like
dude, Sirius had hella good skaters though, dude. Their skaters like the ones that I used to skate with, like that would come to our park and I met, like they were good. They were hella cool as dudes too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I met a lot of cool people through like skateboarding. Like I think that's why I like skateboarding so much, because it was like it wasn't like regular sports.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a team to do it. You can just go do whatever you want. Like, it's free. You learn as your own,
there's not really any rules to it.
No, there's always room to improve, do new stuff, have shit be invented. It's like, that's fucking awesome. That's why I like music, I think, so much, because it's kind of like same mentality.
Yeah,
like,
there's not a lot of a whole lot of rules, at least.
Yeah, like you can always improve. You don't have to be with other people to do it. Like, it's cool. That's why I never really play sports.
I can't skate. Just razor scooter. That's where it's at, man.
Like, you literally cannot ride a skateboard, or you just can't do any tricks.
I just suck. I can go, but when if I go down a hill or something, like, that's when you get.
That was my big shit, honestly, because I never really was able to do very many tricks, so I would just skate hills. Because over where I lived during high school was like, it was hella foothills, so I would just go down hella big ass hills, and it was hella fun. But yeah, like, I could ollie at one point, and that was about it. To be honest,
couldn't even ollie.
I could never kickflip or fucking.
I
was trying to work on shove-its, but.
Yeah, I used to sell weed in high school, so then like the skate park would be like where I make all my money.
Yeah,
all the
main
skaters
customer
sell weed,
base.
so like I would just stay at the skate park all day with my razor scooter, just busting tricks on that.
Fuck yeah.
I actually was pretty good on the
Razor
razors. Like
scooters are pretty
little
dope,
cheap
dude.
fucking
Yeah.
$30 razor, like not one of the like professional ones.
They're
everyone
pretty
else
fun.
had. Yeah, I used to mob around on that a lot.
Fuck yeah.
And I had a bike. And I was getting in trouble when I take it in there in the skate park.
No bikes allowed, especially at the
What?
especially after
Yeah.
a kid died. Actually,
Oh
There's a
shit.
kid died at the skate
yeah,
park.
he died from bike. He was biking. It was fucked up.
That's so sad.
It was hella crazy. I remember because I went camping, so I didn't have any signal. Like the day I came back, people were like posting like "rest in peace," blah blah blah, and I was like, "What
Wow.
the fuck?" I was like, "I just saw him there like a week ago. Like, are you serious?"
Fuck.
And they were like, someone was like, "Dude, what happened?" He's like, "Yeah, no, I guess he was at the park and he, I think he like broke his neck or something crazy, like just the way he landed." And I was
No,
like,
thank you.
It's like, damn, dude. I was
That
like,
poor kid.
I was like, that's fucked up. I was like, that's hella sad. It's
Yeah.
like, that's just something you don't want to hear.
For
At a
real.
place that brings like joy to people, like you go there to have
Exactly.
Yeah.
fun. It's just like, like it happens though.
Yeah.
Shitty.
Well, on that note,
Sad boys for life.
that's that's a great
We're
fucking
gonna
way
just
to
end
go.
Great
it on the
ender.
sad note.
Thank you guys so much for fucking coming on. Let me use the song on the last episode.
Yeah, dude,
like
thank
we were
you.
saying, Desolate is just some fucking sad ass lyrics. Some hella sad boy shit.
We'll most definitely
But-
play a show together.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into throwing more house shows on my spot now. Now that I
Fuck
renewed
yeah.
I renewed the lease
That's
at
a
my
good ass spot for shows, dude. That's
Yeah.
a good ass spot.
So yeah, I'm trying to bring bands from like a different city and like put
For sure.
like fucking monster lineups together pretty soon.
Hell yeah.
So
Dude, when's the
keeping-
next Cardinal Palooza?
Honestly, I'm thinking like if I want to do it like
Time
before,
around.
or for New Year's or
That'd be
just wait
so
till
cool.
next summer. I'll throw a Cardinal Palooza type show, but not name it Cardinal Palooza yet.
Yeah.
I have the
feel it.
banner. The banner's there.
Fuck yeah.
So probably next
So
summer.
that was
like,
yeah. It was just such a well put with the Christmas lights and shit.
There's
It
a
was
lot of people there.
Such a well put together show.
Yeah, then I'll probably do. I want to do one in November and then something probably for New
Your
Year's.
Thanksgiving show, bring us turkey and you can play.
Yeah.
This way I don't have to pay for dinner.
Honestly, yeah, I could
That'd
do.
be so
I
funny.
could see if I could do like a food or can drive too,
Oh,
like
just
type.
something.
Oh yeah, that'd be
before
fucking
Thanksgiving.
sick.
Yeah, I got to figure it out. Yeah,
For sure.
be on the lookout for that. But thank you though.
Yeah,
For having
definitely.
us on.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Suck 10 million dicks and be a good baby.
Smoke cigarettes.
I love you.